money, investing, and mindset. In particular, how to go from a scarcity mindset to a mindset of abundance. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, please stay. If this is your first time, then welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know what time it is where you are. I'm assuming that anybody who's probably watching, the bulk of my subscribers and friends and family are in the States. We're certainly in the Western world, and it's late at night for you all. But it's bright and early here in Japan. And so I wanted to take you guys along on my last day in Tokyo and talk to you about some things you should not do. If you've been here before, then you already know how I roll. This is going to be one of those impromptu, because if I don't do it live, it don't get done. And so I hope I can help somebody. I think Japan is definitely a place that you should come to visit. It is so culturally different than any place I've ever been, but there are some definite things you should do and some things you shouldn't do. And there are certain travel destinations that I've been to where you can just show up and voila, it just happens effortlessly. Japan is not that place. Japan requires a lot of planning, and that is a mistake that mother made. Y'all know I just popped in. I left, it was my intention to come, but I didn't know a lot about anything. This part of my trip was winging it. And so I'm going to leave Tokyo today, and I'm headed to, look at that, let me do a spin around. I'm headed to Kyoto. So let's start with Tokyo. Tokyo is very expensive. Let's be clear. I'm talking about New York, Chicago, LA expensive. So the hotel that I stayed at, for 2 nights, it was a little bit over $500. So we're talking $250 a night plus, because I'm rounding. And let me just spin so y'all can get the gauge. Oh, sorry. So sorry. That place is tiny. So if you saw it on the other video, if you didn't get a chance to see the cutest buttons, full of culture, art, everything. Very beautiful place, but teeny tiny. So I wasn't expecting that things would be so small. That was a little bit of a culture shock. You know, in America, we spread out. So do understand that and most people fly into Tokyo, so I wouldn't change that. I would definitely fly into Tokyo, but I probably wouldn't stay. I stayed 2 nights. That's about the right amount of time. The truth is, unless you're dead set on seeing Tokyo, I definitely wouldn't do more than 2 days if you're on a budget. Tokyo is not budget friendly at all. I took a couple taxis. Every time I got in a taxi, it was $30. And I'm talking about you aren't going that far. So I'm not gonna even calculate. It's just one of those things. I'm not gonna even calculate it to figure it out. So begin there. Tokyo is a great jumping off place, but do understand that it is very expensive. Accommodations are expensive. Transportation, if you're not taking the train is very reasonable, but man, it is complicated. I should show you. Let me turn here so you guys can see. I just walked right out of the hotel, so I'm very close to this temple and this gate. Let me give it all to you all. I hope you can see it. That tower, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that tower right there, where is it? That tower right there, I can literally see that from the bedroom where I was. It's a beautiful hotel, and I'll spell it for you, because if you're coming, it's so centrally located and it's a great place to stay. I can't pronounce it. Let me get these ladies in here so you can see. You see this all day. Ladies dressed in traditional Japanese kimonos, beautiful, and taking pictures. I know that wind is picking up, so let me get over here someplace. The name of the hotel, I can only spell it because I don't speak any Japanese, is let me get over here. It's ASAKUSA. That's the first part. That's the neighborhood that I'm leaving to. That's the name of the neighborhood. That's the train station that you would leave from, or you would come to get there. The second part of the hotel is, Lord Jesus help me, it's So you can look it up. Cutest hotel ever. And roughly 250, 260 a night. But it was nice, and it came with breakfast. And that's about the size of it. Not luxury, not luxe, but for Tokyo, it's a nice hotel. So I would definitely recommend it. The neighborhood is great. You are close to all the amenities. You're close to a train station, which is important. When booking anything in Japan, you want to consider if you are near a train station, a metro station. Other than that, I'm telling you, it's walkable, but another reason people in Japan are so thin is because they walk every doggone where. They walk everywhere. They take the metro. There's stairs. So Japan for me is someplace also that you might want to pack lightly. I did that, but the truth is, even with a 15-pound backpack and my little 10-pound or more or less carry-on, it's still too heavy. So I left my backpack at the hotel. They let me leave it there. And so I'll just have my little carry-on with me while I'm out. I'm just going to look at the temple. I'm going to go figure out what the name of that thing is over there, because I should know. These are things that I should know. But can y'all see her in the back? Y'all see? Everybody's taking pictures. This is the place to rent a kimono. And there are places right around this area. You can rent a kimono and you come and take beautiful pictures. I see adults doing it, kids doing it, everybody. However, I'm not going to do it here. The lady at my hotel told me to do it in Kyoto. I'm going to Kyoto and Osaka, and they are both way cheaper. What I paid here, the average night, and I'm talking about a nice place on Airbnb in Osaka and Kyoto, less than $100 a night. So I'm headed to Kyoto for 3 days and Osaka for 3 days. And it's way less. And you get an authentic Japanese experience. So here's the fortune thing that we talked about. You put 100 yen in. Can you see that? You put 100 yen, there's a silver box. Then you get to pull a fortune. And if it's a good fortune, you keep it. If it's a bad fortune, you tie it over here. You don't get stuck with, and they anybody. I don't have to do every touristy thing, so I won't be doing that. But look, I'm just going to show you guys. You can buy sake over there, all different kinds. I think it's rude to point, so I won't point. You can purchase all kinds of stuff. I don't know what else that is over there. Child, that might not even be sake. I don't know. But something is going on over here. You're burning something. Might be those bad wishes. I don't know. Oh, it's incense. I'm probably going into this temple. I'm going to see how much of it, how close I can get and how much I can record. But this is the temple that's here. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, there's the big lantern. Everybody comes to see that big lantern. Everybody tries to get a picture of it. And I don't know if there's a charge to go in, but let's go see. I see a sister up here dressed in a kimono. Let's go see. When I tell y'all black people are traveling, I see a whole slew of black folks. Black men, black women, black everybody. We outside. It says, please do not stay here. Proceed to the hall of worship. I am gotta walk. Oh, Jesus. Y'all know these crowds. Okay, so this is one of the places I think you can rent the kimonos. The lady said that they spent about $35 for the kimonos. The only thing about it, y'all saw how crowded it was. I think I'm going to do it in Kyoto. Look how beautiful. I'm gonna do it in Kyoto where it's a little less crowded, a little less touristy, so that I can get some really good pictures. We'll see. So if somebody is at Maryland, are we back? Are we back, y'all? I can't tell. Whoops. I better head out of here. I've got to go find. Okay, great. Thank you, sister. I've got to go find a cafe or some place to sit down anyway, because I've got to figure out how to take this bullet train. So for the next part of the journey, pardon me. Oh, pardon me. The next part of this journey, I don't know what that is. No pictures. Can't take pictures. Oh, it says right there on the sign, no pictures. Okay. So some places are sacred, you can't take pictures. I'm gonna keep moving back toward the signal. Seems to be this way. Whoop. So let's turn down one of these really cute little streets where you can eat. And I didn't go to, there's some really cute places that were on the same street where I stay, y'all. But you see all these people and how crowded it is? And I want to show you all the inside. When I tell y'all tiny, I like Japan. There's so many things about Japan I like. I like the efficiency. I like how clean. I like, there's so many things, but there's some things that probably don't go well with my personality. And it's how tight everything is, how small everything is, and how close people are together. Y'all, I have to get away. It's like, mm-mm. And another thing, this has got to be something cultural because I've seen. Yesterday I had something called curry pan. It's a bread with cheese and like a curry meat paste or something. It was pretty good. It was pretty tasty. Of course, I had ramen. Can't come to Japan and I have ramen. This is the restaurant where this must be a good place because they line up out here out of that place. And you know how I feel about that. Any place with a line is probably a great restaurant. And so all the shops are tiny like this. Hi. Oh, look. So you can get lemon peel chocolate, all of that. But look how narrow and tiny. That's how most of the shops are. Hello. Hi. So something there is strawberry is 500 yen. 500 yen is like $3. So you can get a good street snack for about $3 to $6. You can, while everything else is expensive, I didn't find food to be expensive. Food is reasonably priced and the quality is great. Top quality, good food. Here's another temple space. Y'all know I can't read anything in Japanese, so I can't even tell y'all what I'm looking at. Because when I say everything is in Japanese, everything, everything. So now I've got to get down to the train station, which is a day and a picnic. I've got to get down there, and literally everything is in Japanese, and they don't speak English. So here's another place where you can rent a kimono, or they can make you one. I'm going to assume that you can rent them, but you can see the fabric ties, the dress part. Yes, you can pick and choose. They're everywhere. So that is something I would definitely do it. I'm just going to do it in Kyoto where I won't have to fight with everybody else. I'm not sure what's here, but y'all get to go. What's in here? Oh, Lord. Y'all know I'm the queen of let's go see. Let's go see. But there are tons of these little gardens and a fountain. So when I tell you Tokyo is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I found the cherry blossom trees. Maybe I could take y'all to the cherry blossoms. I'm afraid that I'll lose my signal because it's back that way. But that's what I came here for, cherry blossom season. And I was able to find plenty of cherry blossoms. I thought I was going to have to go north. Ultimately, that's where we'll end up in Sappho. That's my last stop. And I'm going there because it's the furthest north. So y'all can see, this is another. You see how narrow they are? Everybody bikes. I'm telling you, they're thin because they bike and they walk to these subway stations. And I'm telling you, you humping up and down those stairs. Trust me, I feel like I lost a little weight since I've been here in 2 days. My breakfast, I had the traditional Japanese breakfast, which was miso soup, a little bit of rice. One day I had salmon. One day I had mackerel and just a bunch of pickled vegetables. That's it. That's it. That's all. So you are eating very little processed food. We'll go down this way. You're eating very little processed food. I'm about to come out this jacket because it's getting hot. And yeah, you'll be thin too if all you ate was an ounce of mackerel. And I'm sorry, it was a little piece of meat. But look at this shop. This is so typical. Look how tiny it is, the inside. I don't know if you can see it, but it's not very big in the stools. And you all have to squeeze in there together. I can't do it. I can only do that so many times a day. I can only do that so many times a day, y'all. So y'all may not see, I might not be able to show you the insides of them because they are tiny. Let's see. Yes, that's the inside. I'm half in and half out my jacket. But, so there's some things that I see that are similar to like Thailand, and all the other places I've been in Southeast Asia. This kind of on the street dining, I've seen that throughout Southeast Asia where you eat inside and outside. But what I will say about Japan is it is clean. And if you have an issue with cleanliness or food hygiene and food handling, you'll love Japan more so than some of the other places. Because I'm telling you, I saw some sketchy stuff. I saw some sketchy food handling in Thailand, Bali. I saw some sketchy food handling in Vietnam. But what I will say about this is if you're coming to Japan, you have to plan. I made the mistake of just coming and not really planning. I had no idea how expensive it was going to be. And hopping on and off of these trains it takes some doing. You got to be in good health. This is not the place where you come if you are not healthy, because you're going to walk. Handling your baggage is an issue. That's just one of those things. And I would say what I didn't do that you would want to do is pre-plan everything. Like this morning, I got up and secured my lodging for Kyoto. Now, it's plentiful. I've seen this snack before. It's a rice paper snack. You can get it here at 700 yen. 500 yen is about $3. 1,000 yen is $6. So somewhere $3-4 you can get that snack. But I would definitely say don't do it the way I did it. I had my accommodations for 2 nights in Tokyo. I didn't plan anything beyond that. That's a no-no. Because I was panicked this morning when it came time to secure lodging. Although I didn't have any problem finding anything, it's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. For Japan, you want everything planned out. You want to get you a rail pass. If you're going to be traveling from city to city, it's called a JR rail pass. It's not cheap either, but you can take that pass and go from city to city. So now that's what I have to do today. I have to go purchase a JR rail pass. You can purchase it online before you come. You can either purchase it from the official site, or there were 3 other sites that you could use. And sometimes they offer a discount, or they will throw in a travel guide, or all kinds of things to make it worth your while. But definitely, if you plan to go, and I would suggest that you do, go from city to city. Don't just stay in Tokyo, because Tokyo is expensive. So Kyoto, between Kyoto and Osaka, Osaka is even less expensive. So do 2 days in Tokyo. Tokyo is well worth it. Oh, you guys will get to see the rickshaws coming. You should see the legs on these boys, baby. I'm sorry. He don't have on shorts, but we're going to see anyway. You should see the legs on these dudes. Some of them run with shorts. Oh, how pretty. Hi. How beautiful. Yeah, but y'all should see the legs on them dudes. They they run with two people. I've seen them do two people and a kid. You got to have good legs for that. You got to have good legs. So plan. That would be my final word about anybody who's interested in coming to Tokyo, is to plan. This is not one of those. You could show up in Thailand with 1 day, 2 days accommodations, and you'll be fine. That's not a problem. You're not going to have a problem getting around, finding food, any of that stuff. That's not this. This requires, forethought. Other than that, you're just gonna be paying through the nose like I'm doing, because I'm winging it. And I don't have the luxury of, I don't have the luxury of bargaining at this point. I just pay whatever it costs. And so, nope. But the rail pass is a plus. You got to do that. Map out all your accommodations. Spend just a few days in Tokyo. It's the most expensive. Um, Kyoto would be maybe the second expensive, and then Osaka is the most reasonable place. I'm going to Sapa, which is very far north. I'm going to assume that Sapa is even more reasonably priced, because the further you get away from the city, the less you pay. And I will tell you this, if it says Kobe beef on the door, that's probably not the best place to get your Kobe beef. That is for tourists. If it says that, no, you want to go to a really reputable place. I'll list some restaurants too, once I get someplace and get settled. I owe everybody in our learning community an apology, because do y'all realize I did not even know yesterday was Thursday and it was class day? I didn't even know what day of the week it was. So let's be clear. That's how your girl is out here. I didn't even know what day of the week it was. So if you tried to get into the class yesterday, I know, who was it? Katrina said this, Sandra, I tried for 20 minutes. I feel so bad, sis. But I'm going to need y'all to understand who y'all working with. I am a senior citizen. Let's be clear about that. Just because I'm bopping around, don't get it twisted. I didn't even know what day of the week it was. I still don't know, because I'm operating in two different worlds. I have to keep up with what day it is in the U.S., what time zone, what day it is where I am, and I'm moving like crazy. So y'all forgive me. I will make it up to you if y'all want to do an extra session one day. And our learning community is a learning community of Black women who are learning the whole investment game, trading, investing, all of it. We want to be better investors because we want to make money. What part of that don't you understand? We want to make money. And so that's what we're doing. And so Wednesday is our normal day. We meet for 2 hours. The first hour, we talk about investing. The second hour, we talk about trading. And I missed it yesterday because, child, I was on live. I didn't even know. I don't know what I thought was happening. So I'll make that up to you guys. Who is that? Let me see. Oh, hey, Bayou. And my sister Marilyn is always with me. Yvette, anybody else, if this is your first time, please like, subscribe. See, look how tiny. They're narrow and deep. But when I tell you, you be in there shoulder to shoulder, y'all, I'm sorry. I cannot. I've been able to do and accomplish a lot of things in my life, but I ain't been able to rewire my brain. Now, them is facts. And by nature, or by design, or by life happenings, or whatever it is, I can be an anxious person, and claustrophobic. That close contact like that in them tight spaces, because my brain says, what happens if something happened? You know, who coming out? How we gonna get out? I'm coming out. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna get out of here. And if that means I gotta come over you, because once my brain says this ain't safe, I can't undo it. So I don't usually prefer those tight spots like that. And that's what you're going to see. But what I can't understand for the life of me is why. Because Tokyo is huge. Tokyo is not small. You'll find these vending machines everywhere. They vend everything. You can get hot sauce, you could get noodles, you can get food, drinks, just about anything in a vending machine in Tokyo. So that's 100 yen. Some of these. So if 500 yen is $3, you can figure out what 100 yen is. That's pretty reasonably priced. Let's go. Whoop, let's get out the way. Oh, they're doing some work. They're doing some work, so I'll come down this quieter street. Yeah, so all these are eateries. But you see how little? I don't know, could you do it? Could you all? I can't. Maybe if I was with some other people, I would be able to sit a little longer in a spot like that. Okay, so that's about the size, but it's not as compact as some of the ones I've seen. That's big and open. That's a coffee shop. I could probably sit in there. But those ones with those low ceilings and one way in and one way out, everything about how I was brought up says that's a no-no. Everybody in the world knows in Chicago, when you go into a place just by nature, I'm telling y'all, this is how I'm wired. They got money in Tokyo too. Y'all see them parking that Porsche. I'm always looking for the entrances and the exits. I swear to God, I cannot undo that. I've been away from the U.S. for going on 3 years, but my brain still looks for the exits. Let me go back this way. Apparently, down this street. Yeah. Marilyn, are we in now or back? I can't. This side is if it blacks out. You tell me we're back. Yay! I'm gonna wrap this situation up. Okay, y'all want to see a 7-Eleven? I wonder if they'll let me come in because the 7-Elevens are off the chain. They have food and everything. Okay, y'all, we going in a 7-Eleven. I hope this signal holds up so you can see. You can get food, you can get everything. How about some magazines? My granddaughter, she loves anything Japanese anime. So I really need to call her to see if there's something I can get for her. And these are all the, look, that's enough drink selections, you'll think. You can get beer, sake. Oh, there's a Sapporo beer. Go in there. Fruits, all kind of goodies, ice cream. Excuse me. All the hot sauces. Yes, this is unlike any 7-Eleven we see. There's a lot of food. Food you can purchase here and heat up. Sweets. And then we've got this. You could literally eat your meals out of a 7-Eleven. And I'm not talking about bad food. I'm talking about good food. These are some of my favorites. I love these. It's sushi. It's a sushi like a hand roll. And they are packaged in a way that the seaweed paper that I think it's called nori. The nori doesn't get soggy. Here's another one. I've never had this one. This is heavy in rice. I don't like the ones that are heavy with rice. This one usually has a little piece of seafood or something in the middle. But look at all this food in 7-Eleven. Most 7-Elevens you go in, you can get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. This is like the grocery store. Candy, snacks, all kinds of healthy drinks. I like to stay hydrated, so I generally get something like these, electrolytes because I believe I'm severely getting dehydrated. So I'm not drinking as much coffee. I'm drinking more tea. And then that's all the stuff that you would normally find in like a, that you would normally find in a 7-Eleven. But how cool is that, y'all? Look at all that sake. This is not like the 7-Eleven at home. We can get all kind of food stuff. So yes, a little salad. You in a mood for a salad? Two. So 300, 400 yen, 500 yen is $3. So another a dessert for 200 yen. The prices are really reasonable too. Look at this. Where can you find? Look at that salmon bites. Would I trust salmon bites? I don't know. It would depend on how. Stop engaged. You can't get ham in Japan. Let me turn this around. Y'all, I've been in a bunch of 7-Elevens, around the world in Southeast Asia. These are by far the best stocked. In Singapore, they were pretty well stocked too, but not like that. I ain't seen no salmon and no ham and all that other stuff. Y'all, I swear to goodness. Hi. Oh gosh, that's the friendliest person I've run into. Well, I could tell y'all, I think people in Japan are polite. I wouldn't necessarily call them friendly because most people just mind their business. They're very stoic. I've been my friendly little puppy self, and you can tell when folks are just like, okay, they won't talk too much. That's enough. We say what needs to be said. This is the dessert I think I wanted to try. I wonder if this is, but it doesn't look like they're open. Y'all, this is it. It's this little strawberry thing. This isn't the one though, but there's a strawberry and a parfait. It's really pretty. I was looking for that place to try that dessert. So we'll keep walking. We'll keep walking around. Clothing and stuff, crafts. This is where I was yesterday. I had this Tokyo. Hi, that's my friend. It's a Tokyo curry pan. I had that yesterday. I think this is the strawberry place. Nope, this is a sushi place. There's a strawberry place where they sell this really delicate strawberry dessert, and it's on this very light cream. I don't know. If I find it, great. If I don't, I just missed it. Nope, that's not it either. And we're headed back to this crowded space. So I'm going to bid you all a fondue. You have seen it. I'll show you the beginning of this. I think we saw the beginning yesterday of this complex, this temple. There are two gates. So we basically have walked from one gate to the other. But this is the beginning of it. I wanted to show y'all some of the Japanese cherry blossom trees, but over there the reception isn't good. So let me flip this so y'all can see this. This was the first thing that I saw when I came to Japan. I was like, oh my God. It was the first thing I saw in the city. The subway station that I have to lug my 20 pounds of goods to is over this way. So I'm gonna roll back to the hotel, grab my backpack. I got to take a train to another train station where I can purchase the Euro or that rail pass. Yeah, when I tell you this was the first thing I saw, and I came at night, so there were no people here, and it was lit up. It was something to see. It was really, I don't know. Oh, and then I'll show you the taxis. The taxis look like the old cars in London. The taxis are the cleanest taxis I've ever been in my life. They have a TV in them. You can pay with your credit card, cash. I'm telling you, Tokyo in Japan, I'm not mad. It is very well put together. It is very efficient. This is an app that you can download too. It's called Go Taxi. So they have three different kinds of ride share. They have Uber, Go Taxi, you can use Didi. So if you're coming, download those apps. The only thing I could tell you is that taxis are very expensive. It's not the most cost-effective way to travel. You're going to want to do this here. this is this is the neighborhood where I'm staying, and so let's see if we can find out where we are. Okay, I don't know. Y'all, I'll step back so you can see it. But this is the neighborhood where I am. I took a boat ride yesterday up and down this river. All I know is it begins with the letter S. I don't know. And I better move it because they got music playing. So, yep, you have seen this little neighborhood in Tokyo. The next thing I want to do, I wanted to go to, there is something called the Shibuya crossing. It's the busiest crossing in Tokyo. It's like where three or four streets converge. You all have seen it. If you haven't seen it, Google it. I was going to try to hit that because, you can't come to Tokyo and not go to that busy crosswalk. So I'm going to try. I'll try to get there. And then, because I got to make haste, I've got to get all the way to Kyoto by tonight before these trains stop running. And that's it. So I will try to do this at a decent hour again so I can walk you guys around Kyoto. In Kyoto, I'm going to this famous gate. If you Google Kyoto, you can't help, you'll see it's the series of red, brightly painted red, they look orange almost, gates. It's the thumbnail on one of my videos. But I'm going there. I don't know how to pronounce any of these words, y'all. I'm sorry, my Japanese is terrible. So I can't help y'all. All I can do is tell you. I can just show you pictures and point. My point game is on top. So this time tomorrow, I'll be in Kyoto. So stay tuned. I might just pop into a feed near you. I might just pop into a feed. But right now, I'm getting ready to roll over here to this Starbucks, sit down, catch my breath, figure out, where the train station is, because I know I'm close. I want to say it's over there. And then plot out how I'm getting from Tokyo to Kyoto. It's about 3 hours away, and I'm doing it by bullet train. I really would love to take y'all on that bullet train, but it's going to be crazy because the hours will be so off. I just don't think anybody will be up. It'll be, I don't know, it'll be 5, 7 o'clock my time, which is some ungodly hour for the U.S. But if I don't do it live, it don't get done. Sorry, y'all. Trying to edit a video and upload a video, it just doesn't work for me. I'm not good at that. It's not a thing. So I'm gonna sign off for now. Let me see. What does it say? Yes, grocery store. All right, 7-Eleven. Yes, 7-Eleven here is insane. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. Y'all, I will check in this evening. I'll be situated on the bullet train. It takes about 3 hours. I do want you to get the experience because it's not like a regular commuter train. It's a train where you can eat. I'm gonna buy a bento box. The lady where I'm staying, she's been very helpful. I won't say overly helpful. I said they're polite, but I wouldn't call them helpful. Look at that. The thing says, what does that say? No littering. You cannot sit. That's another thing. You don't see people walking and eating and drinking on the street. That's how come Tokyo is so clean. But you could buy a fortune anywhere. Ooh, you could buy yourself a fortune off the street anywhere, but you better not be walking and eating. So that's something to keep in mind too. You know how we might buy a soda and walk with it? No, I don't even drink my water when I'm out. I don't see anybody doing anything like that. And so again, this is my street. If I don't see people doing it, oh Lord, I don't see people crossing in the middle of the street either. Okay, I'll follow them. If they do it, I do it. If they don't do it, I don't do it. All right, y'all. Let me go grab my stuff, find me a train, figure out how I'm going to get to this next city, and stay tuned for the Old Lady Chronicles. That's all I can tell you, because it's been a hump and a hustle. This is not for the weak. Oh, look how pretty that is. That's a kimono too. I don't know if you rent them there or what, but when I tell you, you got to be healthy to do this. Man, I gotta lose some weight because I could feel it. When I came out on the road 3 years ago, y'all, I was 40 pounds lighter, no stuff. I was, hell, by now I might have been 50 pounds lighter. It is no joke. This ain't no joke. So if you're prepping to come outside and you want to do some extended travel, take care of your body. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Have your money right. I'm telling you, this stuff is like a marathon, and it's not a marathon for the weak. This is it's a marathon for the healthy. It's a marathon. You know, you ain't gotta be wealthy, but you can't. That shoestring budget travel, I just don't know how it could be fun. Too many times I've come up on a situation where, I had to cough up some cash that I wasn't expecting. I've coughed up more cash here in Japan, just unexpectedly, than anywhere. They're waiting to get into this little restaurant. So the food must be delicious because they are lined up. I don't know, it can't be me. Okay, this is where I started with the coffee joint. And so I'm headed home. I will talk to y'all once I get on this bullet train. So stay tuned. Thank you, Marilyn. I don't know the bullet train. I don't know, but I know that they don't run all night. I know that. And it's noon now, so I figure I'm gonna give myself 6 hours. I know that the train, cause I got in at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. and it was still running. So I'm gonna give myself a full 6, 7 hours to figure this out. So I'm gonna roll back, grab my bag, and y'all, when I legitimately tell you I'm figuring this out as I go, that might not be the best way to do this trip. So you want to get your rail pass ahead of time. You want to map out your things ahead of time. Oh, he's telling me to stop. Or you want to call me. I'll help you. Hey, Jay, I'll help you. I can tell you all the things not to do. I can tell you all the things that you should do differently. And number one for Japan is planning. Make sure you got your date. Everything has to be on point. This is a very unforgiving space. Well, hey, y'all. This is a very, it's a very it's unforgiving in that if you don't plan, it's going to cost you money. If you land in Thailand, you can land in Malaysia. You could definitely land in Mexico and make it. You'll be okay. They might not get you. They might get you in Mexico. They might not get you in other places in Southeast Asia. But if you come here and you haven't planned, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you double, triple. And there's no reason for you to have to pay when your girl is out here making all the mistakes so that you don't have to. So stay tuned. And maybe one day when I settle down, y'all, I really will get to that guide. But it's on my list. So thank you, my sister Marilyn. I love you. I so appreciate you. Hey, sister, we back. But I got to get out of here because it's noon and I really don't want to make the cardinal mistake of missing this train. And since I don't know the schedule, I'm giving myself 6 hours to get from this hotel. I take one like a little local train to the bullet train, and then the bullet train takes 2.5 to 3 hours to get from Tokyo to Kyoto. So my Airbnb, you can check in at 3. I'm not gonna get there. I'll probably be there I'm thinking I'll get to Kyoto by 7, 8 o'clock at night. By the time I get to that train station, you still got to hump and hustle. And it sounds like from the train station in Kyoto, I have to take a taxi because the host sent me some directions. When I tell you, she said it's up a slope and down a hill. I said, Jesus, keep me near the cross. I don't know, but it's beautiful. It's supposed to be beautiful. So whatever time it is, whatever time I make it, I will try to shoot this bullet train and I will shoot my arrival in Kyoto. It's going to be 5 o'clock in the morning for y'all, but hey, if I don't do it this way, it don't get done. So thank you, my sisters. I love y'all for real, and I will see y'all on the bullet train. Peace from Tokyo. Bye, folks. Travel well.